do let us know.
Sure, yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I think where is Dr. Pradhan? Amritji?
Yes, sir. We will begin with the mood.
Good morning to everyone present over here. With the blessings of Honorable Founder President RBEF Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan sir, Honorable President RBIEF Chairman Amity University Chhattisgarh Dr. Asim Chauhan sir, Honorable Chancellor Amity University Chhattisgarh Dr. W. Silva Murthy sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor Amity University Chhattisgarh Professor Dr. Piyush Kant Pandey sir, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Amity University Chhattisgarh Professor Dr. Sumita Dave ma'am, honorable dignitaries, faculty members, dear participants, and fellow friends. We extend a very warm welcome to the second Amity National Moot Court Competition Environment Chapter 2025, hosted by Amity Law School, Amity University, Chhattisgarh. I'm Drishti, and with me is my co host Janisha. Together, we'll be taking you through this exciting, enriching, and intellectually stimulating journey.
This competition is indeed a celebration of advocacy, research, and the art of persuasion. And what makes it even more special is that it centers around one of the most important and urgent concerns of our times, the environment. Today marks the beginning of this prestigious event, and we are thrilled to have bright, young legal minds joining us from across the country.
To set the stage, let us begin with the formal introduction of this event, highlighting its vision, its purpose, its significance in nurturing the mooting culture. I would like to call on stage the convener, Amity Bar Association, to brief us about the competition.
Good morning. Distinguished guests, Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Ma'am, Deans, Directors, Heads of Institutions, respected faculty members, students, and dear participants. I welcome you all to the second Amity Law School National Moot Court Competition, Environment Chapter 2025. Just as we honor the leadership that has made this event possible, let us also reflect on what this competition represents. Moot Court at Amity is an event that we believe is not just a contest, but a crucible, a place where ideas are sharpened, where character is tested, and where the future legal professionals of our nation begin to find their voice. I present myself today in front of you all with the honor and privilege to brief you about the second Amity Law School National Moot Court Competition Environment Chapter 2025. The National Moot Court Competition at Amity Law School has a rich history. Amity Law School had organized its first ever National Moot Court Competition, which witnessed enthusiastic participation from institutions across the country, setting a solid foundation for the conduct of such events at Amity Law School. To make the event a success, notable legal luminaries, Honorable Mr. Justice Deepak Mishra, former Chief Justice of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Prashant K. Mishra, and Honorable Mr. Justice Gautam Bhaduri graced the event with their intellect and legacy. It is in the presence of such esteemed minds that we are reminded of the true essence of law. Law is not merely a set of rules or regulations, but is a breathing force, one that demands courage, that must respond to injustice, and that must challenge power. This competition for us is not just an event, it is a reflection of our belief that law is not confined only to textbooks nor to classrooms, but it thrives in dialogue, in disagreement, and in the courage to defend what is right, even in the face of relentless questioning. Moot courts for us are not rehearsals. They provide us the training ground where the timid learn to be bold, where the bold learn to be precise, and where each one of us learns the art of speaking truth to power with dignity. We are grateful to the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, for his continued encouragement, guidance, and support. His words always try to instill a fresh perspective and motivation. This year, we are proud to welcome 24 participating teams representing esteemed law schools from across India. This competition is structured in multiple rounds to ensure a fair and comprehensive assessment of each team's capabilities. Following today's draw of lots and researchers' tests, which evaluates the analytical and drafting skills of team researchers, we'll proceed with the preliminary rounds, which will be conducted online, from which top 8 teams will qualify for the quarterfinals, which will be held on campus, marking the shift to the offline rounds. The competition will then progress to the semi-finals with the top 4 teams and culminate in the finals where the top 2 teams will compete for the coveted title of the winning team. To everyone present, let this event be remembered for the wit exchanged, the perspectives challenged, and the connections built, and the realization that law is not a mere profession but a profound responsibility. In closing, I encourage each one of the participants to engage with intensity, integrity, and imagination. I wish you all a good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Carrying forward the momentum, we have with us today Professor Dr. Sumita Dave ma'am. She is a distinguished academician, currently serving as the Pro Vice Chancellor of Amity University, Chhattisgarh. With almost decades of experience in higher education, ma'am has demonstrated excellence in academic governance, curriculum innovation, research mentoring, and policy implementation. Ma'am holds a PhD in management and has built her expertise around organizational behavior, leadership styles, human resource development, and service sector transformation. Ma'am's recent work focuses on the role of artificial intelligence in enhancing patient satisfaction and personalized healthcare experiences. Ma'am is also presently working on a project for Niti Aayog. She has also been actively involved in community outreach projects, especially in tribal and rural regions of Chhattisgarh, promoting financial literacy, digital empowerment, and women's education. Her efforts towards socially inclusive education reflect a deep rooted commitment to the sustainable development goals, particularly in the domains of quality education, gender equality, and reduced inequalities. I would now request Professor Dr. Sumita Dave ma'am, Pro Vice Chancellor, Amity University, Chhattisgarh, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Janesha. A great morning today for all of us at Amity University, Chhattisgarh, as we have with us not only our alumni, but also the group legal advisor of Larsen and Toubro, Shri Hemant Kumarji. On behalf of Amity University, Chhattisgarh, this morning, I would like to welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Piyush Kant Pandey, our esteemed guests, Mr. Joshua, who is the Executive Director and lawyer, and Advocate Mohit Singh, who is also with us today. A great day, I call it, because this mooting events are not only platforms where students chisel their ability to argue, their abilities to present their thoughts, protecting the individual rights. But today's environment, of course, is so dynamic that individual interest seems to overpower everything else. And as a result of which, the damage that is caused is to the humanity and the environment at large. I would like to congratulate our head of the Department of Law, Professor Pradhan, along with his entire team and the students of Amity Law School for having thought of conducting a moot court competition on such an important area, which not only the current generation is also affected, but also the future generations are affected. Amity University Chhattisgarh is one environment, one academic environment that provides a platform to one and all to express their thoughts in such a way that they'll contribute to the larger society as a whole. I hope that this mooting competition contributes towards not only chiseling your abilities as an advocate, but also fostering in reasoning out the various methods by which individual rights and the environment as a whole can be protected. We are operating in a global environment where the mandate comes to us from a number of global organizations like the UN. But at the same time, every geography has its own challenge. Every country it's protected by its own laws. And you young minds, you have the capability to understand things better and understand things differently, which is more important. And I hope that each one of you who is a participant to this moot court competition participates with the spirit of competition, yes, but at the same time in contributing to the evolvement of the legal system. I'm really happy. I welcome one and all to this wonderful session, the entire faculty of Amity University Chhattisgarh, the participating students, not only from Amity University Chhattisgarh, but all the institutes from which they have joined. It is wonderful that young minds have come together, dropping down boundaries of institutes. But at the same time, I would urge each one of you sitting over here to contribute to think beyond the law and create law. That would be, I think, the biggest contribution that you young minds can give to the society at large. On behalf of Amity University Chhattisgarh, Amity University, the Amity universe as a whole, I welcome you all to the session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your inspiring insights with us. We would now like to introduce the panel of esteemed speakers for today's session. We have among us Professor Hemant Kumar as our chief guest, the Group Legal Advisor for Larsen and Toubro Limited. Second, we have Dr. Joshua Daramfield as our special guest, Executive Director, Somirati Law Group, and Adjunct Professor of Law at Purdue Law Global. Third, we have with us Advocate Mohit Singh from Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas and Company.
To start with Advocate Mohit Singh, sir. He is a graduate from the Hidayatullah National Law University. Mr. Mohit Singh is an advocate on record in the Supreme Court of India. He is also a standing counsel at Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas and Company, Delhi. With over a decade of experience, he has represented clients in high-stakes arbitration, technology, and commercial litigation across the Supreme Court, High Court, and tribunals. We would request Advocate Mohit Singh, sir, to enlighten us on mooting skills and its role in the litigation advocacy.
Good morning to the esteemed Vice Chancellor, distinguished guests, the faculty of Amity Law School, and most importantly, to the bright legal minds participating today. It is a genuine honor to be here. I extend my sincere gratitude to the organizers for this invitation to deliver the industry address representing the legal profession's perspective on these critical issues. In an age where environmental crises demand urgent attention, events like this serve as vital platforms for fostering dialogue and innovation among the next generation of jurists. When I received this invitation to address a moot court competition on environmental law in Chhattisgarh, I was immediately struck by the fittingness of the location. This is also the land where I spent 24 years of my life. This is the land of incredible natural wealth, of dense forests and mighty rivers. Your surroundings are a living, breathing testament to what is at stake. Thank you for inviting me to be a part of this crucial conversation. You are here to debate, argue, and persuade on points of environmental law. But I want you to remember that what you're truly discussing is the future. The theme of your competition, environmental law, sustainable development, and justice, is not just an academic exercise. It is the central challenge of our generation. It is the tightrope walk between progress and preservation, between the needs of today and the rights of tomorrow. As a practitioner at the Supreme Court of India, we have a front row seat to the evolution of environmental law in India. And let me tell you, much of what we call environmental law in India was not handed down to us by the parliament or any state legislature in a neat legislative package. It was forged case by case in the crucible of judicial interpretation. The true turning point was the court's revolutionary expansion of Article 21 of our Constitution. The right to life, the court declared, was not mere animal existence. It was the right to life of dignity, and there is no dignity on a poisoned planet. This one philosophical leap gave birth to the right to clean and healthy environment. From this fountainhead flowed the doctrines that are now the bedrock of our environmental law. Doctrines you will no doubt be arguing over the next few days. The polluter pays principle, the idea that you cannot pollute for future and pass the bill to society, A. B, the precautionary principle, you don't need to wait for scientific certainty of harm before you act to prevent it. If there is a risk, you must be cautious. And C, the principle of public trust, which holds that the state is not the owner of the natural resources like river, forests, and air, but merely a trustee for the people. But perhaps the most powerful idea the court has championed is the intergenerational equity. This is the principle that we, the present generation, hold the earth in trust for future generations. We are not the owners, but tenants with a full repairing lease. We can use the resources, but we cannot exhaust them in a way that leaves our children with a bankrupt planet. And these are not just abstract theories. Think of cases like MC Mehta, where the Supreme Court ordered Delhi's entire public transport fleet to switch to CNG. And when it happened, it was met with protests and logistical nightmares. Yet, today, millions of Delhiites breathe cleaner air because of that one judgment. And Supreme Court continues to pass orders every year to help Delhiites breathe cleaner air. When the court steps in to save the Taj Mahal from industrial pollution or protect the Western Ghats, it is giving life to these principles. The Supreme Court did not just pass judgments, it became an active participant in governance, creating new authorities, monitoring compliance, and compelling a slumbering executive to act. Cases like MC Mehta transformed the Ganga from a polluted river into the legal entity with rights. The T.N. Godavarman case, often called the forest case, has been going on for nearly 3 decades before the Supreme Court, with the court acting as a continuous monitor to protect India's forests. But this judicial revolution did not happen in a vacuum. The gavel does not strike on its own. The most profound judgments of the Supreme Court began with a single piece of paper, a public interest litigation, or PIL as we generally call it. And who brought these PILs? They were brought by people like you and I. They were filed by environmentalists, by NGOs, by academics, and very often by lawyers and law students who refuse to be silent spectators. The entire edifice of our environmental jurisprudence is a testament to the power of the citizen advocate. A lawyer like MC Mehta was not a giant of the corporate world. He was a man armed with constitutional conviction who saw a problem and decided to use the law as his weapon for change. So as you stand in your mock courtrooms, remember this powerful legacy. You're not just students, you are trainees in a long and noble tradition of legal activism that has saved forests, cleaned rivers, and given voice to the voiceless. Now this brings me to the most complex question, one you will face the moment you step into the profession. What happens when your client is not an NGO, but a corporation accused of pollution? How do you balance your duty to your client with your duty to the environment? It's often seen as a moral conflict. However, we can see it also as an opportunity for innovation. Your role is not simply to be hired gun, it is to be a wise counsel. In the 21st century, the most valuable service a lawyer can offer a corporate client is not just a defense in court, but a strategy for sustainability. The world is changing. Today, we talk about ESG, environmental, social, and governance, as a core metric for company success. Investors, consumers, and regulators are demanding that corporations be environmentally responsible. Short-term profits gained by corporates by cutting environmental corners are quickly erased by massive fines, reputational ruin, and shareholders' revolts. However, as a lawyer, you are in a unique position to guide your clients towards the new reality. You can show them that compliance is not a burden, but a competitive advantage. That investing in green technology is not a cost, but an investment in their own future. The best lawyers will not just win cases, they will help build companies that are both profitable and sustainable. You do not have to choose between your client and the planet. Your job is to find the legal path where both can thrive. Now let's be clear about what you are doing here over the next few days. This is not just an extracurricular activity. It is a professional simulation of the highest order. The skills you are honing are fundamental building blocks of a successful legal career. The late night hours you spend in the library, digging through databases for that one perfect case, that is the discipline of rigorous legal research. The process of structuring your memorial, making every word count, and building a logical, compelling narrative, that is the art of written advocacy, a skill that will serve you whether you draft a writ petition before a court or a multi-billion-dollar contract. And when you stand here, thinking on your feet, answering a volley of questions from the bench while maintaining your composure, that is the essence of oral advocacy. These are the core competencies that every law firm, every senior counsel, and every judge looks for. This Moot is a training ground. It is an opportunity to practice the art of law in a space where the stakes are high enough to be challenging, but safe enough to learn from your mistakes. Embrace it. So as you begin this competition, I want to leave you with a final thought. This Moot is more than a contest of speaking skills or legal research. It is a simulation of sacred responsibility you are about to inherit. You're the future guardians of our green jurisprudence. You will be the ones filing the next landmark PIL, drafting the next corporate sustainability policy, and perhaps one day sitting on a bench and interpreting the law for a new generation. Therefore, as I said, this Moot is more than a contest. Take it seriously, challenge each other, learn from each other, and never forget the silent client in every environmental case, the planet itself, and the generations who will inherit it from us. Good luck, and may the most persuasive, passionate, and prepared advocates prevail. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. Now we have amongst us Dr. Joshua Darampil. Sir holds a bachelor's degree in accounting from Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia, an LLM degree from Nalsa University of Law in Hyderabad, a Juris Doctorate degree from Regent University School of Law in Virginia, and a PhD degree from Nalsa University of Law in Hyderabad. Dr. Darampil, sir, is currently serving as a lawyer and executive director of Hyderabad branch of Somirati Law Group, which deals in practice areas including immigration, real estate, family law, and corporate law. Now I would request you, sir, to kindly address the gathering.
Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction and for inviting me to Amity University's Moot Court competition to be some small part of what you all are doing. I want to thank especially the faculty that have worked so hard to put on competitions like this. Thank you to the guests that are joining. Thank you also to Varun Sharma, my good friend, for reaching out to me and letting me be part of this. But thank you most of all to the students who have trusted us with their education, who have trusted us to lead them into the future of law in India. What a privilege it is to have young minds willing to submit to our instruction as we try to teach them how to practice law now and in the future. It's a big thing to be able to do that. I have had the unique privilege to be able to do that for the last 20 years or so. I've practiced law in the United States. I have taught law in the United States, and for the last 11 years, I've been in Hyderabad, India, where I've got the opportunity to learn at an amazing institution and to serve even as the dean of a law school for the last 2 years. That gave me a intimate look into how we do education in India, and I have to say that I'm excited. I think that India is the future of law. It's a great privilege to be able to learn here, to teach here, to lead in India. And now it's my great privilege to continue my law practice with Somirati Law Group, where, still I work from Hyderabad, India. I have the opportunity to lead approximately 100 attorneys, Indian attorneys, and develop their skills in how they interact with US clients and US law. It's an amazing time. I think that in my experience, what I've noticed most about Indian legal education is that it continues to innovate. And why not, right? This country is continually innovative. It's one of the great skills and superpowers, I would say, that Indians have. It's such an amazing nation. Like I said, I've been here 11 years. I came planning to stay for 6 months, and I would be very, very grateful if I could live the rest of my life in this amazing place. You should be very proud of your nation. You should be very proud of legal education as it is happening in India. I believe that the lawyers that we're developing in India are not just the leaders of India tomorrow. I think that they're leaders globally as well. I often get to interact with diplomats and various other international powerhouses that talk a lot about India and global relations. And at the forefront, I see Indian lawyers. So be encouraged. This is an amazing time to be part of what you're doing. It's an amazing time to be a part of the development of law globally. And Amity University is right at the forefront of that. The skills that you're learning, the education that you're taking away from here has tremendous value globally. And the world is watching India. I think that, sometimes if I have to be honest, I get frustrated with the way that the United States treats Indians. Most recently, this visa issue that President Trump has issued, a proclamation that I think will hurt the Indian tech industry. And so we need strong advocates that can stand in the way of things like that, that can file cases and argue cases before the courts, that protect the nation, that protect those that are unable to advocate for themselves. Moot court competitions like this help develop those skills. I have a confession to make. Don't tell anybody I told you this, but in education, I have a big heart for competitions. I love them more than I love classroom instruction. I think that they, while students can check out during classroom instruction and play on their phones or do whatever else that I've seen many do during my career, competition, you're unable to do that. If you do it, you won't be successful. Competition brings out the best in lawyers. It is a competitive environment by nature. Competitions like this help Indian students develop skills in research, advocacy, professionalism, presentation skills, and most importantly, critical thinking. I love watching students think on their feet. I love watching them respond to opposing arguments, very well crafted opposing arguments. And it is exciting to me to see Indian students be Indian lawyers for a day and take those skills forward. What a privilege it is to watch that. What a privilege it is to be part of it. This is often where students experience a courtroom for the first time too. I find that exciting. I know when I was a young lawyer, the excitement of courtroom advocacy was high on my list of things to do. I've now had the privilege to do it to a great degree, but I still look back on my days of competition fondly as the days where I first got a taste of that advocacy that I desired so much. So enjoy this time. It's a beautiful time in your career. It's a beautiful time in your development. And you have a lot of people, and I'm speaking to students particularly, you have a lot of people rooting for you. You have a lot of people that are excited to be part of what you're doing. And then also faculty, I encourage you. The world is watching you, and the world is cheering you on, that your instruction and the way that you weigh into students has meaning. Environmental issues are right at the top of the list. When we talk about global advocacy, when we talk about global governance, environmental issues are at the forefront. They are involved in international diplomacy. They are spoken about regularly. And I think that India is going to be the world leader in this area. We have a lot of room to move. We have a lot of room to develop our advocacy in environmental law. And I think it has a lot of meaning. When you're talking about environmental law, you're talking about a different world and an essential factor for the future, for yourselves, but even my own children. I look at them fondly and think, what is this world that they're going to live in? What is it going to look like? And what is the environment going to be at that time? So I'm counting on you to continue to take these skills forward, to lead the world on this issue. I think India is the global leader and will continue to be a global leader in this area. So this is not just a moot court competition. It is something that I think you'll carry into the future. You'll carry into your job performance later, and you'll carry it forward globally. With that in mind, I just want to wish you all the best for this competition. Again, I encourage you to enjoy it. Don't get so bogged down in the minutia of what you're doing that you can't look around and just breathe the air around you and enjoy the spirit of the competition and the spirit of the competitors and faculty that are involved with this as well. So do your best today, do your best tomorrow, carry your best on forward into the future. Apply what you learn here, both as a lawyer and as a environmental advocate to the world that we are going to experience in the future. So thank you for inviting me to be part of this. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to watch how it plays out. And I will turn the microphone back over. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. They have truly set a motivating tone for today.
It is now time for the most awaited part of this morning's session, the keynote address by our distinct chief guest, Professor Hemant Kumar Sir. An LLB gold medalist, Sir is the group legal advisor of Lawson and Tubro Limited, an Indian multinational conglomerate He heads the legal department of the entire L&T's Group's India and global businesses. With over 38 years of experience and expert in litigation and arbitrations under both Indian and international laws, Mr. Kumar has dealt with cases in UK, US, France, Australia, Singapore, Middle East, and Africa. Mr. Kumar has also considerable expertise in foreign investments and FEMA regulations both for inbound and outbound investments. Professor Kumar has also been awarded as Chambers GC Influences Award India 2019 by Chambers and Partners London, United Kingdom, and Legal Icon of India 2020 by Legal Era magazine. Sir has also been the recipient of many prestigious awards including Jawahar Award, the Business Excellence Award, and the list is endless. The Forbes India Legal Power List 2022 lists Professor Kumar as the top general counsel. In 2025, the Economic Times, at its Global Legal Convention and Awards ceremony, honored Professor Kumar as the General Counsel of the Year. Sir, we would request you to share your inspiring message with us and enlighten the young legal minds.
Hello, lovely morning to everyone. My dear Professor Dr. Piyush Kant Pandey, Vice Chancellor, Amity University, Dr. Sumita Dabe, Pro Vice Chancellor, Amity University, Chhattisgarh, Dr. Abhinav Pradhan, Head of Institute, Amity Law School, Professor Dr. Joshua, Advocate Mohit Singh, Mr. Varun Sharma, Faculty in Charge, Amity Law Schools, Shaunak Sharma, Faculty in Charge, Amity Law. Members from the Amity Bar Association, esteemed judges of Moot Court competition, learned faculty, distinguished guests, organizing committee members, passionate participants, enthusiastic audience, and once again, a very good morning to everyone. Let me tell you and clarify very simply that I'm neither a professor, I'm not a group legal advisor, I'm a practicing manager. And whatever I have learned in my career, I just share with the students, whether you are a law student or you are an MBA student or an engineering student or you are working with the in-house counsels or of course, some of my great friends, young friends in the bar. I would like to express my gratitude to Amity Law School, Amity University, Chhattisgarh for giving me this opportunity to be a part of the second National Moot Court Competition Environment Chapter. One thing also I would say that that I congratulate not that the guy who is going to win the this competition, but also the guy who could not. But I'm hopeful that that guy will also one day become a champion before the court of law. Friends, at the outset, my compliments to the Amity Law School for organizing this wonderful National Moot Court competition on environmental laws, a topic that is a critical relevance to our society, our country, and given the interdependence of the nations to the whole of the world. I'm indeed delighted to know that a total of 24 distinguished teams from various law schools, university will pit their skills in this competition. I'm confident that this event will showcase the intellect, oratory skills, critical thinking, articulation, legal knowledge, environmental concerns of your own young participants. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm also eager to interact with the youth because within them lies the potential to transform our nation. Today, I'm not just addressing some few students only, but also future academicians, great lawyers, a member of the judiciary who will share the vision of a greater and greener nation. As Amit rightly said, the Moot Court is not merely academic exercise. It is the crucial, where the art of advocacy is forged. It is the vital training ground for future lawyers, a place where they learn to think on their feet, construct compelling arguments, and defend their position with clarity, conviction, passion, and precision. Friends, the skills honed here, legal research, critical thinking, persuasive communication, teamwork, are indispensable for anyone aspiring to a career in law. In today's competitive global environment, the Moot Court serves as a platform to enrich the practical skills of law students. Please note, a good lawyer must not know what to argue, but also what not to argue, and must learn the art of conduct and decorum in court. Friends, let your arguments be sharp. Let your pursuit of justice remain unwavering. Let this competition stand as a resplendent example of enduring power of law. Today's event reminds me when I was, like you, also a student of law, and I participated in one of the Moot competition. And that time the subject was, because it was a very latest and burning judgment of the Supreme Court of India, Minerva Mills case, which reaffirmed Keswanand Bharti case, where the Supreme Court had said, reiterated, that Parliament has all the power, but they cannot destroy and amend fundamental rights, that Part 3 and Part 4 of the Constitution of India. That Minerva Mills ruling upheld the significance of judicial review and ensured the constitutional fundamental features remain protected from unchecked parliamentary power. At the outset, I want to emphasize that students are, according to me, is the key stakeholder in environmental law. I therefore believe that the skill set which would be most relevant to the youth of today in green skills. Now, in my view, what is green skills? Green skills are those set of technical and soft skills required for sustainable jobs, such as system thinking, creative problem solving, environmental policy knowledge, data analysis, collaborative approaches. In my view, major environmental concerns today cover climate change, biodiversity loss, air and water pollution, deforestation, depletion of natural resources. You're aware the recent unfortunate events in Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand, Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, and other hill areas are once again a wake-up call for all of us. Urgent action on the ground is essential. Today, maybe one day, that too late. One sees, unfortunate, a visible disconnect between the skill employers' need for the environmental sustainability and those purges the current workforce, particularly recent graduates. Industries are increasingly transitioning to a green economy, creating a strong demand for the workers for specialized green skills. Friends, these green skills include environmental policy, knowledge, data analysis, system thinking, creative problem solving, effective communication, collaborative teamwork, and adaptive problem solving. Ladies and gentlemen, environmental issues afford no easy answer, in my view. They include long-term shift in weather pattern due to the human activities like burning fossil fuels, contamination of water and air, and land posing significant public health risk, an irreversible decline in biodiversity. Addressing these challenges requires professionals who are skilled, knowledge, and committed. To support this, Government of India, you are aware that recent initiatives like Green Skill Development Program in India have been designed to equip youth with skills in renewable energy, wildlife conservation, and climate change mitigation. Friends, I observe that universities and colleges are increasingly interested in integrating environmental education, sustainability into their curriculum. This is a very good initiative. These were not there when we passed the LLB examination. Employers are actively seeking workers with green skills to meet the demands of the green economy. As a future legal specialist, you law students, young lawyer, have a crucial role in fostering an environment culture in the country. For young law professionals, therefore, environmental law offers promising career. Today, I'm indeed happy to share some of the important steps taken by my company, Larsen Inaugural Limited, in the areas related to sustainability and environmental responsibility. Just share with you that we are not a promoter-driven company or public sector or private sector. We are a professional company. These companies are controlled and regulated by employees only. My chairman, managing director, he is just like an employee, like me. We were the first company in the EPC space in India to publicly disclose our sustainability performance. That was a decade ago. Since then, we integrated sustainability reporting into our mainstream finance reporting. Our CMD has declared that in line with our long-term environment goals, L&T will achieve water neutrality by 2025 and carbon neutrality by 2040. Friends, this is an opportunity to just share with you because I have been receiving a lot of messages that you also speak something about the future career avenues for all great law students like you. Friends, law, when we passed the law, we used to think only court proceeding and maybe joining some law department. Today, things have changed. There are a large number of avenues. Now, it depends on you how you select the career path. Today, law covers highly sophisticated area such as telecom, electricity, intellectual property, environmental laws, taxation, and more. These were not very common and popular when we passed, or even 20 years back. These diverse areas expand the spectrum of career opportunity for you law students. There were traditional path. Practice at the bar remains one of the most esteemed career path for law graduates. In my view, advocacy hones essential skills like legal research, drafting, public speaking, while allowing individual to engage directly with the justice system. I also started my career as an advocate and learned a lot. But of course, I didn't have the privilege, though my father was a judge, I didn't have the privilege to just straightway go to the High Court or Supreme Court. Despite having all the legal background, I was advised just to start practice in the district court. And friends, I would suggest those who wants to select the career path of advocacy, you must learn the judicial process in the district court. Because in the High Court and Supreme Court, you will only argue and hear points of law. But how to make cross-examine anybody, how to, what are the integral trees, all these things you will learn in the district court. With India's heightened emphasis on judicial reforms, specialized tribunals and alternative dispute resolution, that is ADR, young advocates are finding more opportunity than ever. However, litigation demands resilience, patience, and the ability to navigate financial challenges in the early years. I tell you very frankly, I don't want to hide it. When I started my practice for 3 years, I couldn't earn a single rupee. I was given only that in when you start practice that time, 35 years back, the senior used to give some token, 5 rupees in the early years, while keeping an eye on the long-term professional rewards. Now, there is other avenues for you, and which is also very challenging, where I am working, that is in-house and corporate law. The growth of multinational corporations, startups, cross-border business transactions have made corporate law one of the most desirable career paths. In-house counsels has evolved from mere compliance officer to a strategic advisor who play a crucial role in the high-level decision-making. When I started my career, say I joined the State Bank of India first as an in-house counsel in 1987 batch. I was just given a small job. Today, you are sitting with the managing director, with the board of directors, with the audit committee as a partner. Any project they are likely to occur, first they will go to the legal department and seek their advice. Is it viable or not viable? So you are a business partner. So this profession, I think in-house counsel are highly demanding. Like careers in merger and acquisition, IPR, intellectual property rights, contract management, regulatory affairs are thriving, providing stability and competitive pay. The third one is, I also respect legal academia and research. As a legal, you are aware that legal education rapidly evolves. There is an increasing need for scholars who can seamlessly combine theoretical knowledge with real-world insights. Research in cutting-edge fields like cybercrime, environmental law, artificial intelligence, and data privacy opens up avenues for all young law graduates. If I have a team of 120 in-house counsel, 10 young lawyers like you are working in the R&D division, research and development. You have heard this word, research and development, in some plant or some other area, but now legal department, we have our own research department, and their focus is not only research, but protecting the company from cybercrime attack, data privacy. All these are very important. More and more fellowship, think tanks, and policy research organizations are on lookout for the legal expert to engage in interdisciplinary projects. And you know that the next opportunity and avenues for all of you is judiciary and public service. Judiciary continues to be a highly respected career choice. Many graduates aim for judicial position through state and external examination, central examination. Beyond the courtroom, there are exciting career paths in public policy, legislative drafting, advisory roles with the government, allowing young lawyers to actively influence laws and governance as they unfold. Now, post-90, we have seen a drastic change in the business development. Those changes has exposed us before international law, international commercial transaction. And therefore, the next avenues for all of you career path, international careers. With the globalization on rise, there is a growing need for the lawyers skilled in international trade law, international arbitration, human rights, cross-border investment. Indian law graduates like you. There are many, large number of guys, young group are working with us. They are young graduates with a global perspective, strategic academic backgrounds, and multilingual abilities can find opportunity with international organizations like United Nations, World Bank, WTO, like World Trade Organization. Friends, you have heard about the data protection, digitization, artificial intelligence. So this is another avenue. In the last 7 years, I have come across law and technology. The new frontier, one of the most exciting changes happening in the legal field today is blend of law and technology. I would say merger of law and technology. With the rise of legal tech startups, AI-powered legal research tools, e-discovery, blockchain contracts, is really telling you the exciting thing. Even at this age, I'm learning all these things, which really gives me a lot of, rethinking how the things are changing. And you have to plan yourself for next 15 years, short term, middle term, long term, if you want to become excel in whether in the advocacy or judiciary or in the corporate world. Friends, we are seeing a whole new world of career possibility open for all young lawyers like you. As courts increasingly adopt digital hearing and e-filing, lawyers who are tech savvy are in the prime position to shape the future of the legal practice. Another avenues for you is for those who are driven by purpose rather than profit, working in the non-governmental organization NGO, social enterprise, human rights advocacy offers a chance to make a real difference. I've seen some of the guys in last 10 years, they have done, those who have passed out from Amity or Delhi University or GLS government law, they are associated with the big NGOs. Whether it is fighting for the environmental cause or champion of the women's right, lawyers play a crucial role in promoting justice for underrepresented communities. Friends, today's legal career landscape is more vibrant and varied than ever before. While the bar still holds this classic allure, fresh opportunity from corporate boardrooms to international organizations, from tech innovation to grassroots movement, are transforming what it means to be a lawyer. For students and young professionals like you, the real challenge is not mastering law, but also adapting to change, embracing a multidisciplinary approach, and aligning your career with passion and the need of the society. In the world where technology, globalization, and social change are constantly reshaping our reality, careers in law are no longer limited to the courtroom. They reach into every area where justice, right, and governance are at play. Friends, with these words, I would like to once again compliment Amity Law Schools for organizing this wonderful competition on a subject of a social relevance. I extend my best wishes to participating teams, and hoping that this event becomes a memorable experience, spark a deeper interest in the environmental law. Some of you may pursue it as a career, while others may contribute through research. I'm confident that your argument, your knowledge, your analytical skills will contribute immensely to the environmental law jurisprudence. Here I would like to share something about what are the area where L&T recruit law graduates. I would like to inform you that the L&T group actively provides opportunity for bright minds across the country and encourage you to engage wholeheartedly wherever such opportunity arises. L&T doors are always open to talent, and especially because I have spent 12 years with Bhilai Steel Plant as a chief legal advisor at a various, and so therefore I have a lot of weakness for Chhattisgarh. We take this great pleasure in supporting your knowledge and capacity endeavors. Friends, I will try to end my just talk with two quotations. दोस्तों सपने नहीं होते हैं जो सोने के बाद देखते हैं. दोस्तों सपने वो नहीं होते हैं जो सोने के बाद देखते हैं. बल्कि सपने वो होते हैं जो हमें सोने नहीं देते हैं. Friends, everyone has a dream to achieve, but only a few know how to achieve them. As it is necessary to know how to achieve. With these words, thank you very much and wish you all of you a very happy and sweet Dasara to each of you in your family as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for that insightful keynote. Your words will surely inspire the participants and enrich the spirit of this competition. They say home is the first cradle of love, and for us, it is our very own Vice Chancellor, Honorable Professor Dr. Piyush Kant Pandey, sir. Masters from Pandit Ravi Shankar Shukla University and a doctorate from IIM Indore. Professor Piyush Kant Pandey, sir, has completed 12 national and international research projects with the Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi. With over 2 decades of experience in higher education and research, Sir's vision is centered on advancing interdisciplinary reforms, fostering innovation, and aligning with national educational policies. His academic and professional journey reflects a commitment to sustainability and governance. Sir has not only guided us but encouraged us and made every effort to make this competition see the light of the day. We would request Sir to kindly deliver the presidential address.
Thank you, Drishti. What a wonderful day. In fact, on this day, I'm mesmerized by the wonderful speeches of our very esteemed guest today. So, but before, I would like to express my gratitude to our founder president, Dr. Ashok Chauhan, our chairman, Dr. Asim Chauhan, our chancellor, Dr. Selvamurthy. And I'm very happy, in fact, this wonderful day that I could hear such a passionate speech from our chief guest, Shri Hemant, not Shri, I must correct myself, Professor Hemant Kumar, who is a professor honoris causa by Amity University, Raipur only. So, Professor Hemant Kumar, wonderful welcome to you. Professor Joshua Darlimpil and Advocate Mohit Singh. These three wonderful gentlemen today, whom we have heard just now, they all have a connection to Chhattisgarh. As Mr. Hemant Kumar, about him, I can tell you, I'll tell you maybe in the last. The first, Advocate Mohit Singh, belongs to Chhattisgarh only. Professor Joshua, he had worked with our Professor Varun Kumar, and Hemant Kumarji, wonderful person. In fact, me and him, we started our career in 1987. He started as a lawyer, I started as an academician. And I remember that Hemantji I met in the late 90s when we had started particular, in fact, a course on industrial safety at the request of the Bhilai steel plant, because industrial safety was a very important issue at that particular time. So we needed some good faculty for teaching the factories law and the law relating to the Factories Act and those things. And we were not having a good person. And we needed somebody who will be passionate about the law also, who knows the law and who knows the application also. So obviously finding such a person was not easy. In the meantime, in fact, me and himself, we became acquainted with each other because he had invited me for conducting some programs for the environmental law for the senior executives of the Bhilai steel plant. So that was our acquaintance. So that acquaintance led me to request him to become a faculty for that particular program. And in fact, such a busy person at that time also, he was the chief legal advisor of Bhilai steel plant, one of the such a big responsibility he was having. In spite of that, he agreed. He started coming very regularly and taking one of the finest lectures of the Industrial Safety Factories Act and all the important things over there. That was the thing which we came to know each other. One more thing I'll tell you, in fact, about law and all that, I'll not speak. I'll speak more about these three persons and achievement of Mr. Hemant Kumar. You have already heard. Professor Hemant Kumar, he himself is a gold medalist. His father was an advocate. His wife is a gold medalist in law. His son is a gold medalist in the law, and all of them working in the legal field. So it's such a wonderful family who is totally committed for the law and its development. And we are very, very happy. And it was so profound to hear Hemant Kumarji and also Professor Joshua and Professor and Advocate Mohit Singh ji, that that you have touched upon the hearts of our students. I'm very happy on behalf of the Amity University as a whole, my Pro Vice Chancellor Dr. Sumita Dave, our HOI of the law, Vinay Pradhanji, all the faculty members and students, that we are very, very happy and we are very feeling mesmerized by this kind of a people who had come to us and this program and this national mood competition, which is going to be a great learning field for all of them. Because I know that almost every successful person in the field of law today is having a connection to one important part, is that they were good mooters. In fact, that goes even to the, like I can tell you about my own son, who initially was not willing to take law and all that. He took law, and ultimately when he started mooting, that made him successful for the one of the good law firm. So this is one important thing I have learned. Every successful person, maybe it is Dr. Joshua is there, or Hemant Kumarji is there, or the Mohit Singh ji is there. All of them had one thing in common, I must tell you, that I think they, of course, Hemant Kumarji, we know, he was one of the great mooting because he won silver medal over there. And every one of you, and every one of them successful people, they had the root in one thing, that they were good mooting, they were good mooters. So this is a very, very important part. And this skill, learning of this skill under the guidance of these wonderful people is one of the greatest, I think, achievement which is happening now. And I'm very happy, and I thank our entire law department that they could muster such a wonderful people to assemble over here and give their wonderful, precious gems of the advice to the young budding students, how they can be successful. And about the environmental, and basically that's my own field also, I can tell you that in fact now the environmental law doesn't remain to be only some say Ganga pollution or these one. In fact, now environment is becoming economy. If the if the India is progressing, if the India will not progress, in fact, there will be in the root cause of that will be environment. Let me tell you, we are talking a lot, and Professor Joshua also told about you about the tariff being put by America and these one. Those are certainly a matter of worry, but more worry to me as a practicing environmental scientist or the engineer also, is that in fact Europe, or not only Europe, basically the COP, the Conference of Parties for Climate Change and all that. These are, all of them are slowly putting the tightening the grip on the way we treat environment, the way any production is done, the way any product is made. That is becoming more and more stricter. Very recently, I must tell you that Europe has put a lot of ban on the products which are having the antecedent of the production. If the production is not environmental friendly, then it cannot be exported to the Europe. That the same is applying for the textiles also, the same is applying for the food products also. And for everything, now the environment is becoming more and more stricter and tighter. Norms are becoming stricter. And when the norms are stricter and tighter, then obviously the need for the people who can understand the law, who can implement the things at the production side, and who can implement in the quality side, and who can deal with the cases tomorrow. This field is going to rise a huge multi-fold. There'll be a need for the practicing lawyers also, those who can understand these things also. So I'm really very, very happy that such a wonderful topic has been chosen by Amity Law School, and they have chosen the environmental chapter. That the problem also they had shown to me. I like the problem very much, and I'm very sure that these three wonderful gentlemen who are here with us, the Professor Hemant Kumar, Professor Joshua, and Mohit Singh ji, they will be also coming over here maybe in person also. And in fact, Hemant Kumarji, I was talking before the program, he had promised that he would be coming in person and interacting with our students, because he is our honorary professor also, and it is his passion also. As I told you, the days of his teaching of the Factories Act and to the industrial safety students for almost a decade, that program was continued very successfully. And so that experience, I know him. Even his wife was one of the faculty for that particular program. So we would be very happy to host both of them, also Dr. Joshua and Mohit Singh ji, to come in person and deal and interact with our students. we have wonderful students over there. I must tell you that our students, they are very committed. They are having a lot of passion about the law. And if they can get the guidance, proper guidance, I'm very sure they can shine not only in India, but on the world stage also. Our students will be shining. And I'm very happy and I'm welcoming all the around 24, 25 teams from the different universities. Because ultimately, the growth can never happen in isolation. And it is always when you compete with others, when you learn with what is happening in the different parts, it gives a lot of learning. So I'm very sure that the involvement of these 24 teams, which is there, it is going to make a wonderful experience for each one of them. And I'm also sure that you will be progressing not only from this competition. Please keep on improving and go to the even best of the Moot competitions in the world also, and you be the winner, because that is the only thing that will give the finest confidence by which you can crack any kind of a thing, whether it is advocacy, whether it is corporate law, or any kind of assignment. I'm very sure the experience which you'll be getting, that will be solid bedrock on which the foundation of your future career will be built. So I'm very thankful for again Hemant Kumarji. I cannot express my gratitude to you particularly, and also chance for reliving our friendship, our acquaintance, and that is there. And Dr. Joshua, because you are the classmate of Mr. Varun Sharma, so that way we treat you as our own colleague also. And Mohit Singh ji, please do come, do visit us, and do interact with our students. Once again, welcoming and thanking all the participants and the wonderful speakers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Piyush. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Drishti, over to you.
Thank you so much, sir, for always being a guiding light in such endeavors.
Thank you. You can invite the next person, Drishti.
To officially conclude the inaugural session, we now invite Dr. Abhinav Pradhan, sir, Head of Institute, Amity Law School, to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very warm good morning to one and all. It is great honor and privilege for me to get a chance to propose the vote of thanks to all the dignitaries, my colleagues, and my dear student who are present today in the second Amity Law School National Moot Court Competition Environment Chapter. I would firstly extend gratitude to our Honorable Founder President, RBEF Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan sir, President RBIEF and Chairman Amity University Chhattisgarh, Dr. Asim Chauhan sir, Honorable Chancellor Amity University Chhattisgarh, Dr. W. Sirvamurthy sir. I would like to express my deepest sense of gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Amity University Chhattisgarh, Professor Piyush Kant Pandey sir, for his constant motivation and support. My sincere gratitude to Honorable Professor, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Sunita Dave ma'am, for her constant support and guidance. My sincere thanks to Advocate Mohit Singh, Dr. Joshua, and Sri Hemant Kumar sir for their words of wisdom and encouragement. I would like to thank to all the participants coming from different law schools of India to participate this National Moot Court competition. I thank Registrar Dr. Suresh Dhyani sir, to all the deans, directors, HOI, and other teaching and non-teaching staff of their enormous corporation in the organization to organize this event. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to entire admin team and IT team for their support throughout this event. An event like this cannot be successfully conducted without the support of the student of Amity Law School. I deeply thank all of you. With this, we should conclude our inaugural session. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for beautifully expressing gratitude on behalf of all of us.
So thanks to the wonderful our participants also and our wonderful guests today, where they have made the date memorable. Thank you very much from all of us. Thank you.
All the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Participants, there's an announcement. As we close this inaugural session, let us embrace the spirit of learning and excellence that unites us here today. Thank you for your gracious presence and best wishes. To all the participants for a truly inspiring experience. Teams, you can join the other link that has been sent to you for the groups in your particular groups for draw plots, which will be followed by exchange of emeralds for the preliminary rounds. Thank you.